Previously on 24.
Epis! Everyone back!
Okay, Jack, the hard drive is mostly toast, but I was able to recover the most recently accessed file.
Some kind of wiring schematic. How much of the file do we have?
About a page and a half, mostly in Arabic, some of it Russian.
Do you know what this is?
It's a list of electronic components for a nuclear device.
Plug. Do you have the package?
Not yet, but I'll have it soon.
Call me when you have it.
I don't want to hurt any of you, but I will unless you do exactly what I say. There's a package in there. I'm supposed to take it to a man who has an item for me. When you pick up the item, you'll call me and I'll give you further instructions.
There it is.
Well, Leader, I'm so sorry I got you into this. I deleted those files. It wasn't right for them to arrest you for my action.
And don't touch me.
Let him alone!
Sir, get back in line!
Not until you let go of that man!
Mr. President, what do you want? You are holding 110 so-called enemy combatants at your Pondale military facility. You must have all these freedom fighters on a non-military aircraft in the air by the end of the hour. If you don't release the prisoners by the deadline, the consequences will be devastating.
Jack, a nuclear device has been diverted to a scientist with known terrorist ties. Pulling up the file now.
Do you recognize him?
Yes, I saw him with Fayed a year ago. His name is Numer, Hassan Numer.
We need to know where this man is now.
Hassan Numir is one of the terrorists being released from Palmdale Military Prison.
Prisoner Numir, identify yourself now. Sergeant, Numir is not on the plane. Repeat, Numir is not on the plane.
Hurry up. Fayed is waiting for him.
The following takes place between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m.
His escape was planned well in advance.
I agree, sir.
Fayed's demand for the release of the prisoners was a ploy. He never intended for us to fly Namir out of the country. He wanted him free inside our borders.
That's right, sir.
Do we have any idea where along the route Namir actually escaped?
It had to be after the bus got on a highway. He must have had inside help.
Is there anyone unaccounted for?
Yes, sir. Our sergeant is missing. We're looking for him now. I'll call you as soon as I have any more information.
Chloe, what about satellite?
We have coverage of the bus Numir boarded, but it's not continuous. There are 2 tunnels and 3 locations, including this one, where the coverage is only partial.
Namir is a known terrorist with possible access to suitcase nukes, and he escapes in broad daylight. We have to do better than we're doing, and we have to do it faster. What else do we know about this prisoner, Namir?
He's a nuclear engineer trained in Germany. Ran a weapons program out of Frankfurt up until about 8 years ago when he moved to the Middle East.
How relevant is his training to the existing systems?
He knows it all. And he's up to date. If he gets his hands on the suitcase nuke, he can prep it on site.
I want this at the top of our list. Capturing Namir is our #1 priority.
You won't be able to set up satellite cameras, and it's too wide.
Yeah, I know.
Partition the grid. Send half to me and the other half to Morris.
Morse?
Just do it. Morris.
Yeah, that's because we're monitoring the situation. As soon as I have anything new on my end, I will share it with you. Yes.
What are you working on?
Oh, just setting up image processing for Caltrans in the area Numer escaped.
Dobbins can do that. I need you on something else.
Now's not the time to pull rank on me. Chloe's assigned me a task. Please find somebody else.
Chloe. Hey, what's Morris doing for you?
What are you talking about?
Well, I know he said he's on task for you, but I need help with something.
He's not doing anything for me.
Is this a joke?
You're upset.
Our alert level is as high as it gets if you're playing games. If you can't work with me, then you quit. Files on your system. Filter them, now.
I will.
So now we have to assume there is a rogue nuclear weapon somewhere on American soil, or there will be soon.
All agencies are advised to proceed under that assumption.
So what do we do, Miss Karen?
Suitcase nukes. The term refers to a number of devices manufactured by the former Soviet Union. Small enough for one individual to carry, and they have a yield of 1 kiloton or less.
Potential damage?
The kill radius of a typical suitcase nuke is about a half-mile. The radiation from the blast greatly extends that radius depending on the prevailing winds and other weather conditions.
Let's just arrive at the point here, Karen. How many casualties are we talking about?
Well, that depends on the population density. In a crowded city, many thousands would die instantly. Taking the radiation into account, the number of deaths and serious injuries would multiply into the hundreds of thousands.
Get me Jack Bauer. Immediately.
There's nothing here. We're wasting our time.
You keep saying we. There's you, there's us. There is no we.
Just give it a minute. Anything that isn't fully incinerated could provide us with fingerprints or trace DNA. Bauer.
Hold for the president, please.
Yes.
Sir, Jack Bauer's on the line.
Mr. President.
Jack. I wanted you to know that we're in the process of verifying what Assad told you about his peace initiative.
Good. So far, everything he's told us has been true. He's given us no reason to doubt him.
I hope you're right. Listen, I'm also calling because I want you to take charge of the search for Fayed and Numair.
Mr. President,
After the way the country treated you this morning, Jack, well, after the way that I treated you, I know I don't have any right to ask you anything. But you've been on top of the situation from the start, and I just want to make it official.
Mr. President, the truth is, I don't think I'm up to it.
Jack, we are behind the curve as it is. But if it weren't for your efforts today, we'd be nowhere. And I need you to lead this search.
And then I'll do my best, sir.
Report to Bill Buchanan and CTU and call me anytime you think it's necessary.
Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you.
The President wants me to run the search for Fayed and Numair. I can't do this without your help, Curtis. I need you to accept Assad as part of this investigation. He knows these people. He knows what to look for. He will see things that you and I would miss.
He knows these people because he's one of them, Jack.
Trust me. We need his help.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Time was you would have seen through the sky in a minute. What did the Chinese do to you?
Is there something you need to tell me?
Like what?
Is there some kind of a history between you and Assad?
Jack, they found this.
What is that?
It's a PDA damaged in the blast. The message is still readable.
What's it say?
Visitor arrived on Thursday.
Visitor couldn't be Numair. He was still in custody then.
Visitor is a code word used within the satellite. It refers to a weapon.
The suitcase, though.
The message must mean that Fayed received it last Thursday.
If they had the weapon last Thursday, why do they need to get Numair out of prison now?
He must be key to making the device operational.
Get everything packed up. We need to go. Move. Nothing is more important than finding Fayed and Numair. You understand me?
Yeah.
O'Brien.
Oh, yes, Jack. I need you to do something for me. I want you to run a cross-check on Curtis Manning and Assad.
Is this important, Jack? I've got a lot on my plate right now.
Curtis has a problem with Assad. It's personal. I don't know what it is, but I need to get them to work together. Chloe, please.
I'll get it as soon as I can.
Emir is here.
My brother.
Fayed.
I was starting to worry.
Yes. The escape went as planned, but I had to be careful crossing the city. Where is it? This was the last model the Soviets produced. Where are the tools? You're missing what I need to reprogram the trigger.
The device will be here soon.
By what means?
Young man named Ahmed. Recent recruit, but reliable.
Ahmed, we have known you and your family for so long. I can't believe you want to be doing this.
It's not what I want to do. It's what I have to do. I am a soldier.
You said your father knows nothing of this. When he finds out, will he be proud?
Yes. Ahmed, I have what you want. Good. Now you're going to deliver it to a man named Fayed. No. What? No, I'm not going to deliver it anywhere until you let my family go. Ray, do what I say, or I will shoot them. Well, then I will destroy it, and I have a feeling the people you're working for will be very disappointed. Listen to me. No, you listen to me. I just killed a man for this package, and I'm not going to deliver it anywhere until I know my family is safe. I'll release one of them. Both of them. If I do that, I have no leverage, and you know it. Decide now, which one do I release? My son, release my son. I will release your wife. No, I just told you to release my son. Just told me who you value most. Your wife will call you when she's clear of the house, deliver the component, and then I will release your son. That's it, Ray. Don't push your luck. All right, let her go. Get in the car and drive. And call Ray and tell him that you're all right. This is the number that he called from. Will you remember this?
Yes.
Good. Tell him to call me when you're through. And understand that if I see any police, I will shoot Scott. Do you understand?
I love you.
Go!
Ray,
Jilly, are you alright?
I'm fine.
What about Scott?
He's still with Ahmed. He says that if we go to the police, that he's gonna kill Scott. But do you think that even if we do what he says, that he would...
I think he'll still kill Scott when this is over. I don't know, but we cannot take the chance of going to the police. We have to handle this ourselves.
Oh, I don't know.
Look, I'm gonna deliver the package, like Ahmed said. He already let you go, so we have to tell ourselves that he's got no reason to kill Scott. Look, I'm gonna call Ahmed back. Do not call the police. Honey, I love you.
I love you.
Hello. Ahmed, I heard from Jillian. Good. Take the package to 351 Old Mill Road, Valencia. Do you know where that is? 351. I can find it. All right, I will call Fayed and tell him to expect you instead of me. Call me when you get there. It should not take you longer than 30 minutes. If it does, I understand. I'm leaving now.
A terrorist is holding my son hostage. I need to speak to the police.
Damn it, Morris. I didn't want this tab delimited. I wanted it in tables like I told you.
I work much faster with tabs. I thought that is what you'd want.
You know that's not what I wanted. You're just being a pain in the ass.
But you know what? Nobody speaks to me like this.
You know, I just did. So what? Why don't you sit down and get back to work?
This has got to stop. Everyone is extremely busy, and you two are distracting everyone around you.
If you can explain to me how to get him to follow directions. we'll be
Following
fine.
directions,
Yeah,
that's what you
following
call this
directions.
power trip you're on. What'd you
Okay,
call it?
excuse me. We all know what this is about. Milo, you and I dated a couple of times before Morris and I got back together. We saw a couple of good movies, but we both agreed that it wasn't really happening.
Yeah.
And you. So I dated Milo a couple of times, but I chose you. So why don't you get over it and stop trying to beat him up?
You think this is about my insecurities?
Yeah, isn't it?
No. Okay, fine. If you want it in table format, you'll get it in table format. Let's just stop this mad, psychotic terrorist bad guy before he detonates a nuke on Wilshire Boulevard. All right?
Thank you.
Sorry about that, mate. And just for the record, there's no lingering jealousy about any films you two may have seen together.
No problem.
Bauer.
Jack, it's Bill.
The police just vetted a call from a woman who claims her son is being held by terrorists.
Is she credible?
I'm not sure yet. She says she was held too for a couple of hours, but she got out somehow.
Is she on the line?
Yes, her name is Jillian Wallace.
Patch her through.
Ms. Wallace, this is Bill Buchanan. I'm transferring you to one of our men in the field.
Hello?
Miss Wallace, my name is Jack Bauer. You said your son is being held by a terrorist?
Yes, and he's forcing my husband to deliver a package.
What kind of package?
I don't know. There are other people involved.
What's the name of the man holding your son?
Ahmed Amar.
Can you mention any other names?
Yes, one, Fayed.
Ma'am, how do we reach your husband?
You can't, he isn't carrying a cell phone.
Do you know where he was taking the package?
No. I'm sorry. Whatever you do, just don't let them hurt my son.
Miss Wallace, we're going to do everything we can. Just stay away from the house and we'll get back to you.
What do you think, Jack?
She knew Fayed's name. What's the location?
Northeast corner of Channing and 15th, Granada Hills.
Where's your nearest TAC team?
They're spread out all over the city. You're as close as anybody. Take your team with you.
Copy that.
Ever leave?
Hostage situation in Granada Hills. They think it might be connected to the bombings. We need to go to 15th and Channing.
We can't take him on a tactical mission.
We might need him when we get there.
All teams, proceed to 15th and Channing, Granada Hills.
Mr. President,
This
see you again, Mr. Ambassador. And you, sir. Please, sit. How do you do?
Karen Hayes.
How do you do?
Tom Lennox.
The events of these past few weeks are deeply distressing for all of us. If there's anything we can do to help, please tell me.
You can help right now, Mr. Ambassador, by having a very candid conversation with us.
I'm always candid, Mr. President.
Mr. Ambassador, we've been in contact with Amri al-Assad. We know that he has been the driving force behind a number of terrorist attacks around the country, around the world, for the past 2 decades.
I know who he is.
Assad claims he's renounced terrorism, Mr. Ambassador. Says he's willing to negotiate, to use political means to gain his ends. Now, do you think he's telling the truth?
I have reason to believe that he is telling the truth.
But how much influence does he have? Does he speak for a large number of terrorist organizations?
As you know, there are literally hundreds of such groups. But Assad's reputation is such that many of them, not all by any means, but a substantial number, would follow his lead, at least for a while.
So this really could be a significant step towards peace.
I sincerely hope so.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. You've been extremely helpful.
You're welcome, Mr. President.
So this corroborates everything Jack told us about Assad. We need to formalize our relationship with him now. Lock him into cooperation.
Tom?
I have a problem forming a partnership with a man who is responsible for the deaths of so many innocents.
Is Assad still with Jack Bauer?
Yes, sir.
Let's get Jack on the phone, please.
Bauer.
Hold for the president, please.
Jack?
Yes, Mr. President.
Do we have any leads on that nuclear weapon yet?
We have one. We're following it up now. It's too early to tell if it's going to be meaningful.
All right, Jack, listen. I just had a meeting that confirms Assad is serious about pursuing this negotiated peace, and that he does, in fact, have the influence with his own people to make that happen. So I would like to come to some sort of arrangement with him. Is he with you now?
Yes, sir.
Let me speak with him, please.
The President wants to speak to you.
Yes, Mr. President.
Mr. Assad, I am prepared to offer you full protection and a pardon for all crimes or acts of war in the past. There are conditions, however. That you continue tracking Abu Fayed, and that you pledge your commitment to establishing a broader peace. Is that acceptable to you?
In principle, yes. Forgive me, Mr. President, but I need to see this in writing.
You'll have it within the hour. Let me speak with Jack, please.
Of course. Yes, sir.
This was not an easy thing to do, Jack, but I do believe the greater good requires it. Do you agree?
I'm glad it's a call I didn't have to make, sir.
Thank you, Jack.
Yes, sir.
Your president, do you believe he is an honorable man?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Lennox, excuse me. I have Sandra Palmer calling for the president, but he's on another line.
Could you transfer that call to my cell phone, please?
She specifically asked to speak to the president.
And do it now, please. Yes, Sandra, Tom Lennox here.
I need to speak with Wayne. It's important.
I'm afraid the president's all tied up at the moment.
Will you please let him know that I'm on the phone?
Well, actually, the president's asked not to be disturbed. Does this by any chance concern your friend Wally?
Yes, that's exactly what it's about. He's still in custody. You continue to arrest innocent people, you're giving the terrorists exactly what they want.
With all due respect, the president is more concerned with the fate of the country than the fate of one man, Sanders.
An innocent man jailed without charges. If you believe the fundamental principles of this country, there is nothing more important than that.
Well, you got the makings of a splendid law review article there, and I will pass this message along to the president. If you'll excuse me, please.
Mr. Lennox, pass along another message as well.
What is that, Sandra?
I will do whatever it takes to protect my client. If it embarrasses the administration, so be it.
Going to take a threat here?
Yes, and so is this. I am holding you personally responsible for whatever happens to Walid.
Walid El Rezani.
Is there some place I can get a drink of water?
Brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping me earlier.
No problem.
Did you tell them anything?
Of course not.
Good.
I'll tell you something, brother. Before this day is over, they'll all pay.
What do you mean?
Salim? What are you doing? It's all right, he's a friend. لازم نتكلم عربي.
خمسة زوار يا إلهي.
Take it easy. I got a package from Ahmed, okay? Ahmed. Fayed.
Who is this?
He says Ahmed sent him.
Your name?
Very well. Ahmed should have called you and told you I was coming. You have to call Ahmed and tell him to let my son go because we had a deal. Quiet.
Is this what you need to reprogram the trigger?
Yes, this should work.
How long will it take to complete assembly?
20 minutes.
So in a little less than an hour, it will detonate. And strike a blow that the Americans will never forget.
You're insane.
Don't kill him until you're ready to leave. He still may be of some use as a bargaining chip if something goes wrong.
My son, he's just a boy. Could you please call Ahmed and just tell him to let him go? I mean, I've done everything I've been asked to. Please.
I may, if you remain cooperative.
I will. I swear.
I still have much to do, as you know.
I have everything I need.
When you're finished, meet me at the safe house.
Hey, Yalla. Yes.
Ahmed, it's me.
Did the device right?
Yes, but it was still wrong to involve anyone else.
I understand, I know, but I had to. I had no choice.
Never mind. It arrived, and that's what counts. You have a hostage. This man's son.
Yes.
You have no further use for him.
No.
Then leave. Join the others. But before you go, kill the boy.
Is that necessary?
Yes. He's seen and heard too much. You understand?
Yes, Faye.
The pardon for Assad looks satisfactory. Tell the Attorney General to proceed.
Yes.
Mr. Lennox and Miss Hayes are here.
I'll show them in. I've just approved the written agreement with Assad.
That was quick.
It had to be. We don't have the time to stand on ceremony. Tom, I know you disapprove of this agreement, but you have got to put that behind you. The issue now is how do we position this with the public?
It must be kept from the public.
That's not practical, Tom. Word will leak out. It's to our advantage to make it known that Assad is on our side.
Then don't disclose the formal agreement. Don't use the words pardon or amnesty. We're cooperating.
I agree. Let's portray Assad as a man who's not a terrorist, but someone who's renounced terrorism and wants peace.
Terrorist turned statesman.
And he's not the first. The point is saving lives. That needs to be our focus here.
Okay, so for every life that was lost in the past because of this man, 10 more may be saved in the future by working with him. All right, well, on the face of it, the logic is compelling.
All right, let's make a set of briefing points and get them to our immediate people.
I'm on it.
I do have to say, Mr. President, I still don't like this.
I understand. And it makes me appreciate your loyalty all the more, Tom.
Boston's still being held hostage.
Copy that. Curtis, you and your team need to take the back of the house. You come with me. We'll find an entrance point from the side. We'll go on my command. Scour all personnel. It is imperative we take the suspect alive. Right now, he's our best chance of finding a nuke. Slowly move into position now. It is clear. Cover me.
talking. What's going on? Did my father deliver the package?
Yes.
Is he okay? Did he do exactly what you told him?
Your father's fine.
So, then you can let me go too.
Get up.
What? Get up! Why? My father did exactly what he told him to do. I swear, I promise you I won't tell anybody what I know.
Scott, don't make this any harder than it is. Kneel down.
I can't see what's happening in the house. Does anybody have a visual on the situation inside?
Not yet. My men are almost in position.
Turn around.
You don't have to do this.
Turn around now!
Set.
All things are set.
Curtis, make the call.
I'm sorry, Scott.
Go!
Freeze! It's coming your way, Jack! Grab the weapon! I'm gonna fire!
Is he alive?
Barely. Get the EMT up here now. I need him conscious enough to tell us where he made the boy's father take that package.
Get me an EMT down here, now!
Well, I might know.
Jack.
When he was on the phone with my father, he told him to take something to an address. 351 Old Mill Road, Valencia.
Buchanan.
Bill, it's Jack. I think we've got an address. 351 Old Mill Road, Valencia.
Got it. Nadia, alert the 2 TAC teams. We have a strike target. Deploy them there.
You gonna say my dad?
I'm gonna do everything we can.
I wish I could scan them here. Here are the satellite downloads to Fayed's location. They're only from the past 10 minutes, but nobody entered or exited.
What's the exterior layout?
Favorable. TAC teams can approach without being seen.
Nadia, get me the president.
We just don't have enough specifics to go public. But I still want all first response teams in the Los Angeles area to be briefed on the possibility of a nuclear detonation.
Excuse me, Mr. President. You have an urgent call from Bill Buchanan.
I'll take it. Bill?
Mr. President, we have some good news. We believe with a high level of probability that we found the suitcase nuke.
Where?
In Valencia, 20 miles north of the city. Technical teams will be there in 15 minutes. Would you like me to patch you into that feed when it's available, sir?
Absolutely, Bill. Good work.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I'll let you know when the feed comes up. Can we have a moment alone, please? I'm getting you out of here.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yes, you are.
Sandra, listen to me. I think some people in this place have a connection with the terrorist attacks.
How would you know that?
They were speaking Arabic, which I don't understand. But there was one phrase they used several times. Hamsa, Zawa, Ziyada. Pass that on to the FBI or somebody. It may help.
They're being held illegally. Any statements they make may not be in their...
Damn it, Sandra! Stop being a lawyer for one damned minute. Well, these guys may be planning something that will harm a lot of people.
All right. I'll pass it on.
Hamsa, Zawa, Ziyada. I have to get back.
Be careful.
Yeah, I just got it. Thanks, Bill. Let me know as soon as the TAC teams arrive in Valencia.
Will do, Jack.
This represents everything that you and the president talked about. You'll receive a full pardon in exchange for your continued efforts in helping us stop these attacks and for bringing your political organization to a negotiated peace with the West.
I need a moment to look through this, please.
I understand. Unfortunately, I need to get back to work. Agent Borman will take you to CTU. Good luck. Thank you. Excuse me.
What's the document?
Okay. I wanted to talk to you about this before it was executed. I didn't think it would happen this fast. We made a deal with Assad.
What's we?
The United States government, personally authorized by the president. Assad will receive a pardon in exchange for his full cooperation, which he has given us.
In other words, he walks.
Like I told the president, it's not my call. It's not your call either. Responsibility lies with him alone. He's out of our hands.
All right. Then that's the way it has to be. That's the way it has to be.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
You?
Yes.
Miss Wallace?
Is there any word on my husband?
With your son's help, we think we know where he is. We've got agents en route.
Is he all right?
We don't know yet. As soon as they get there, I promise you, we will do everything we can to protect him. Excuse me for 1 second.
Miss Bauer,
Jack, you were right about Curtis and Assad having a past connection.
go on.
Curtis was in the army just after Desert Storm. His squad was ambushed by Assad's people. They killed 5 of Curtis's men and took 2 more hostage. Curtis was badly wounded. He couldn't go after them. The next day, a tape was sent to the local television station. Assad's lieutenant forced the men from Curtis's patrol to beg for their lives and then personally beheaded them both.
Oh my God.
Jack?
I'll get back to you. Where's Agent Manning?
He was here just a second ago.
Foreman, go ahead. I got it. You still don't remember? Special Forces Battalion, 32nd Support Group.
Curtis, put your weapon down!
Can't do that, Jack.
By order of the President of the United States, put down your weapon!
Stay out of this, Jack. I can't. I gave him my word that we would protect him.
I didn't.
Curtis, please, don't do this. Please.
I can't let this animal live.
Jack, it's Bill. Sprague told me what happened. Curtis didn't leave you any choice.
I keep trying to tell myself.
You did the right thing. We need Assad alive. He's on his way back. I think you should come in, too.
Tell the President I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore.
The hell you can't. We're gonna find that suitcase nuke because of you, Jack. You've done great work today.
Good, then you don't need me anymore.
I'll send a car for you, Jack. Come back here. We'll talk.
I'm done.
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan, I just received word that Ahmed Ammar, the terrorist who held the Wallace family hostage, died en route to the hospital.
Thinking on you.
Mr. Buchanan, the tech team is ready.
Patch me in. Make sure the White House is connected to the feed. What'd you think? Here. Do what's that? Go.
Ya tiene, moving.
Watch it.
How much longer? Almost finished. Just need to reconnect the fuse.
Sabir, I think I saw someone out there.
Who?
Please, somebody, I saw something.
Are you done? Yes.
Can you detonate now?
Yes.
We alert all first response teams in Los Angeles and the surrounding counties. Let's put them in touch with the military. Tell them the resources of the entire nation are at their disposal, whatever it is they need. Karen?
Yes, Mr. President.
Mr. Buchanan, I just got a message from the FBI. Said it's important. It's some Arabic phrase.
What is it?
Someone overheard a conversation in one of the detention centers. This phrase kept coming up. I'm not sure about the pronunciation.
Khamsa Zawad. Means 5 visitors.
Assad said visitor was a code word for weapon. 4 more of these things out there.